Hello, everybody. Ryan Carpenter here with P45 Knuckle Down Golf. Also coming at you from No BS Golf, presented by P45 Knuckle Down Golf. Y'all know the thing. And it's a foggy morning. Man, I wouldn't want to be teeing it off first thing in the morning this morning, but, you got your places where you could be inside this morning, maybe. Get away from that fog, right? It's another good thing about the indoor golf scenario. Y'all don't have to love it. It's not meant to be loved. It's just a different thing, but it is fun. It is entertaining and it's a different option. When it's foggy, when it's rainy, when it's hot, when it's cold, whatever you don't like, and when you can't go to your favorite golf course, head on down to the golf pub. That's right. Go to the pub. That's right. Your number one destination for golf, right here in Central Georgia, and right here, P45 Knuckle Down Golf. Got everything you need. Quick and updates here this morning because I got lots to do. So, Atlanta Drive wins the TGL first match of the finals last night. Right here in Georgia. There you go. We might have a champion of the first ever TGL league. And if y'all haven't watched, it's just basically it's a it's a big, huge facility with a big launch monitor and simulator, indoor golf. And it's just a fun nighttime, primetime event series. And again, that's the thing. Like, if y'all are gonna poo-poo and bitch and moan about indoor golf, fine. Don't play. Go do something else. But here's what it is. It's for entertainment purposes, for fun, people. Go wherever you dislocated and lost your damn funny bone, go find it, please. And anyways, real fun. So, but yeah, Atlanta Drive, they moved on, and it's gonna be great. So to see if they can pull out the tonight, if they win it, that's it. They get that. They get the $9 million purse. Pretty big money, to be honest, for something like that. And it was fun. So there we go. Atlanta Drive on their way. Lots of stuff on my brain. I don't know if I'll cover it all. This is a fun one here. One of these is different. It's a shot scope instead of, there's Arcos and there's about 9 different dang systems now. But anyways, and it's interesting to see, right? So average total, so again, total yardage. And this one is not, this one's skewed because they're taking a sampling of data as the problem, but 259 total for a 10 handicap. I mean, it's within the range of possibility. I'm going to say that for sure, but we're talking about a 10 handicap versus a tour professional who averages like 67, around the yard all over the world at the hardest golf courses, where these fellas are playing easy golf courses. And that's easily a 15 shot difference. If they're only, on average, like 10, 12, 15 yards behind the low end of the Tour Pro, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And that's exactly why I tell people, I'm like, there's a lot of good stuff in the whole statisticians world, the pro stat guy and all that kind of stuff. And it's good. There's some good information, and then some of it's skewed and doesn't make a lot of sense because if you're hitting it that far off the tee, you're playing lower irons into the greens. You're not playing the most difficult green complexes, and certainly not the fastest and the thickest grown up grasses and all kinds of stuff. That handicap should be a whole lot lower. If the stat guys are correct. And that's how I know that the stats aren't exactly 100%. Like, they can be kind of, this is the problem with averages. It can be skewed quite a bit. So I'm gonna readjust that number and say the reality is probably closer to 240, based off the totality of stats that we really see out there generated by these systems. 260 is kind of a little high for the average 10 handicap player. So 227 with a 3-wood, definitely much closer. I can see that. He's 220, 220, 240, 220, 245, 220, 250 maybe. 260 is getting a little numbers a little off. So anyways, you have to accurately is the big key, which is hard to do, and have a proper sample size. That's the other part of it. And then you got these guys that are like shooting in the mid 80s that are saying they hit it 300 off the tee straight every day. What? I mean, that really doesn't make any dang sense. So, anyways, that's usually the guy. Well, one time I was down a mountain with the wind carrying, and it landed at 200 and it rolled to 400. Oh, wow. Okay, sure. All right, golf guy. Anyhow, so I wanted to cover a good. I had a lot of conversations, so it's kind of hard to get a couple real quick. What's on my brain? So this is a conversation about typical thing YouTube, typically, right? And we, if you haven't heard me say, YouTube's pretty simple. 50% of it's crap. 50% of it is actually good information. Of the good information, how do you know if it matters to you? And how do you know if they're not leaving some of the information out? Because they are. Short segments leave out information. I do long segments on purpose. I don't care. If you don't watch it to the end, don't watch it to the end. That's your prerogative. But I put out all the information I want to as possible, and I don't cut it off. And so, anyways, on the old YouTube thingy, it's the classic old, and I hate terms, but whatever, flying chicken wing, whatever. Stupid term. Anyways, it's not a chicken wing. It's you swing on a pattern that forces manipulations because of lack of motion and posture, which then forces early extensions, and that forces the club and the hands and the arms to maneuver in a way that the only way to clear and hit through a ball is the arms have to come up and out around the body. Chicken wing. Stupid term. Anyways, so what they do? Well, they went in, they grabbed something, they said, put it here under your arm, and okay, so now you're pinned. Okay, now I'm pinned. That don't work. It's not, you're not going to fix nothing by putting freaking damn, head covers and towels underneath your freaking armpits, people. That's not what, it doesn't work. Now, you take a tour professional level player, and if they feel like they're getting a little bit of like some separation at different parts of the swing and timing and things, and they want to stuff a thingy in underneath and for a little bit of field drilling, that's a different equation. They're already swinging on pattern. They got good hand positioning on a golf club, posture. They know how to turn, tilt, bend at every part of the swing. They know how to pattern deliver. They know how to strike. They know how to first contact versus the end of the impact interval. They know how to release the club. They've already developed a good golf swing. They're just tweaking it by just a marginal amount of movement. That's it doesn't fix this crap. It's BS. It doesn't work. You have to go to the thing that caused the problem in the first place. And almost 9 times out of 10, the first problem is this: you're aiming wrong. Second, your grip is terrible. Third, your posture sucks. Fourth, you can't move adequately because of those 3 things. Fifth, your pattern sucks. And if your pattern sucks, it's going to force manipulations. I don't care. You could take the strongest cement. You could take a damn rubber band and put it around your rib cage and bend this thing into the nth degree. You're still going to come in and do this other garbage, and you're still going to miss the damn golf ball. So period. Then it doesn't work. Stop putting crap in your damn armpits. It's BS and it doesn't work. So that's one thing. And we had a nice discussion about that with this fellow last night. It was a great discussion. And the next thing is, I get in a lot of, and it doesn't surprise me. It's the fun part of the golf world. But people coming at me, newer students, especially newer people who haven't known me for very long, they're talking about this company and that company, golf equipment, right? And it's how do I make this as simple as possible? Okay, the combination of this, the USGA has its conforming attributes of building golf equipment. Meaning if you want to be in the conforming list, which the general public thinks that golf equipment needs to be, that's not actually true. You can go buy whatever the hell you want, and the USGA can't do a damn thing about it. A, that's the first thing you need to understand. B, they think they need to be conforming so they can make sales. That's the problem, because they believe that the consumer is only going to buy conforming equipment. All of that's garbage. The USGA cannot do shit about selling things in an open market. There's nothing they can do. All they can do is this. They can control the competitive environment that they monitor. That's it. And they can't even tell the damn PGA Tour what to do and not to do. The PGA Tour has to voluntarily decide that they agree with the USGA or not. The USGA can only do this. The US Open, the US AMs, all the US events. And then by de facto, the GEN system, the handicap system that we've all, again, voluntarily accepted, we don't have to. I got news for you. We're not required to use that system except for USGA purposes. And by de facto, the PGA of America, not the tour, has also decided voluntarily to adapt to the world of the GEN system and the USGA. It doesn't mean we have to. Nobody has to. It's not a law. You don't go to jail. So there's the first problem. Second problem. Materials, maximum tech. When it comes to true tech is maxed out, okay? Based off conforming standards. There's all kinds of great tech that if we could tell the USGA to just go piss off and leave us the hell alone, we got amazing crap out there. But tech is limited by USGA constraints. Because tech is limited, there's nothing new. Reinventing the wheel and calling it a square wheel doesn't mean it's a square wheel. It's still a wheel. About the best way I can explain it for short-term purposes. There's nothing new about technology. There's lots of cool-looking stuff and names and fancy logos and wingdings and bum-blums and whatevers that come with it. But I got news for you. There's nothing magically new about this stuff. There's a lot of ways to show it and demonstrate it in fancy ways. And market things, marketing's a big key, okay? It doesn't mean they're bad. It doesn't mean they're wrong. But I will tell you this. The big five are way ahead of the ballgame because they invest $500 million per year roughly on R&D alone. And these little companies that are barely making $100K in sales a year just can't get up to that kind of level of, they just can't. This is direct to consumer type selling companies, for example. They don't have within their structures the ability to keep up with the big five. So are they good? Yeah, they're probably fine. I mean, now, are they exactly the same alloys? No, some alloys are patented, like Ping alloys. They're patented. Do they have the same productions, quality standards, checkpoint? There's just a lot more to it. So all I want to make sure of is this. Go try something. Fine. Go test it out. Great. Be careful when you go to your little YouTube guy. I'm not saying, look, have fun, enjoy, love it. Great. You're on the YouTube golf side of the world. Fantastic. But be careful because the golf industry knows this. They make sales based off where the eyeballs fall. Am I on TV watching the tour? Am I on TV watching Live? Am I on tour watching the DP World Tour? Am I on the internet watching the YouTube golf guy? They know how to make this thing move. And they know that when y'all like people, whoever it is, I don't even know all these people. Like, what is it? One of them's the Good Golf Group, right? Or whatever that's called. I don't even know these things. I have way too much. I have to pay attention to what matters for teaching golf. So whatever it is, there's all kinds of fabulous YouTube entertainment guys out there. That's great. They are paid to push products. And they're going to sit there on the TV and they're going to lie to you and say they're not. And it's absolute BS. The only group I know that literally, truly sticks to what they say because of how they started and they've maintained it is My Golf Spy. They are actually a non-accepting, paid-for presentation to the world golf group. Everybody else I know has somebody they're in line with. Like me, I wear Ping because I was on staff with Ping forever. I believe in their products. I'm not on staff with them anymore. I'm going to tell you right now, they're doing some things I honestly don't believe in anymore. It's changed. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. And whatever, choose your business, go about your business. But I'm going to tell the world, well, I think it's a bunch of BS, and it is, because I've done more for that company for the last 15, 20 years than a lot of folk. And they simply don't want to acknowledge it, especially the local rep. He's a jackass. So anyways, I've done a lot for them, and their business model is what it is. And so that's the way it is. But I believe in their product. I believe in their quality standards. I believe in the fitting process. I believe in everything that they stand for from a initial business standpoint. So be careful with some of this new product because it's just, you got to unwrap it and you got to really dive in and figure out what it is you're getting. And some of it is is not really what you think it is. So just be careful with that. It's a hard conversation to have, and there's more detail. Trust me, we got to go way more in depth than that. I do with my students. I want to break it down and understand it from every company. Basically has 3 golf clubs. Help you a little, don't help you very much, and absolutely helps you none whatsoever. So no forgiveness, tiny little bit of help, and then a little bit more help. But period, the end, you can make all 3 of those clubs go way the hell offline because your swing sucks. Period, the end. That's how it works. So you want to learn more about that, we can do detailed club fittings, no problem. Go into the basics, understand what to test, what to find, how to figure it out, where to go, all that kind of stuff. That's part of the process, folks. We don't usually do that more till the end of the process. I want the player with a pattern to work off of. When I've got a ball flight pattern, then I can fit to the player and not the numbers only. And that's when we start to really put it all together and find the perfect match for you as a player. So that's it for today. I got to run. Hopefully that was a little bit of help. No more arm crap. Please get the damn towels and shit out of your arms because BS don't work. And it's certainly not doing what you think it's doing. I can tell you that. Come on in. I will show you in person if you think I'm wrong. I'll come down to the golf pub. Evaluation lesson time, folks. That's what it's all about. To find these things and get you started on the right path instead of going down the wrong path. Come on in. We'll figure it out. For now, Ryan Carpenter, P45 Knuckle Down Golf. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.